Welcome back. Now that we've finished setting up our pages, let's set up our blocks. The add this widget can be added by pasting the code here, and you can also assign it a title. We don't need it, so let's disable it for now. Our contact info widget shows up our contact information where you can set up your text, your link, as well as your icon. We can disable it since we're not using the contact info widget. Now the countdown we'll cover a bit later on. There's quite a few options here. Let's look at counter features, where in addition to other typical settings, you can change your actual content as well as the number of columns you'd like the widget to display its content in. Next, we have our Google map with a lot of different settings. You can change the colors. You can enter your latitude and longitude to center it on your location. You can allow map dragging, zoom level, zoom with buttons, show terrain controls, as well as uploading a location marker and controlling the map height. It's not needed in this case, so let's disable it. Our icon features have a typical layout. We have our accordion menu where we can edit our content and rearrange it. So let's get rid of this as well. The icon list follows the same principle, so you can change your icon as well as your title for each item. There's quite a few of these here. Let's disable the icon list as well. Now the icon menu, it is what shows up in the footer navigation as well as the social links shortcode should we choose to use it. Now this is the gallery, and just as with the icon menu, we'll cover these later. Our progress bars are a bit different. You can, in addition to your title value and progress percentage, you can also pick up colors for the bar, the border as well as the background, and that's individual for each bar, which is cool. Now for the shop widget, you can get some content right before the actual Ecwid script where the shop is placed, or after, and obviously you can paste your Ecwid code, which you can get from your account. Now in team members, this is something we'll be following up on a bit later on as well, because we're using it. And here is our testimonials block. This is a bit more complex, and we can upload a user image, change the name, position, pick an icon, and of course add the testimonial. We can also show and hide the testimonial images, and we have all the options available from the slider. Those controls are the same as the ones in the gallery, so we'll check them out in a little bit. Now let's get started with our icon menu. Now, for the purpose of this tutorial, we don't need all of these links, so let's remove some of them and just keep Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. We can also drag and drop to reorder, which is quite handy. So let's quickly edit some of our content. We can change the label text, we can change the URL, the icon, as well as the colors if we should want to. Now let's check out our changes, and straight away we notice that our YouTube icon is different, and we only have 3 items in the footer navigation. Now let's do some quick customization and center it so it looks nicer. Alright, so we have a nice V overall, nice visuals. Let's go back and start editing our countdown. Straight away we notice that we have 2 countdown types available. We're currently using the 3D style, but let's pick pie chart style for variety's sake. And if we want to further customize it, we can enable the chart settings and set up some of the colors. Now let's take a quick look at how it looks like. We can see our changes applied here. Let's start customizing the color and use the same blue that we used everywhere else. You can choose a start date as well as an end date and fine-tune it with hours and minutes. In addition, you can also customize the actual labels that are displayed in the countdown, so you can change days to jour, for instance, if you're French. Now let's do a couple more customizations to the colors and improve the overall scheme a little bit. Here we go. I'm quite happy with that. So perhaps now it would be a good idea to visit our photo gallery. As soon as we access our photo gallery, we notice that we have an add and edit gallery section. Since we don't have any photos, let's just click on add to gallery, and we can just simply drag and drop all of our files to the WordPress media gallery. Obviously this might take a while if you have large images, so we sped this up a little bit. After the upload, or even during actually, you can actually start editing the title, caption, or alt text and description of each photo if you want to mind your SEO. So you notice this shows up right there. And now that we selected our images, let's save our changes and see what happens. Alright, so the stock demo images have been replaced by our actual images. The lightbox works super smooth. I love that. And now we can go through some of the other options because there's quite a few of them, and I'll need to let you discover part of them on your own. However, here's some that I used. I wanted to enable the autoplay, infinite slide, so that it doesn't actually stop, so it basically loops, and I also set it up so that it displays 2 slides as well as 2 rows for now. That will prove to be quite a bad decision, so let's turn it back to 1 row. You might have also noticed that I modified a lot of other settings that had to do with responsive. Well, you can customize the slider to display a different amount of items for each device, so that's super cool. Now we can also choose to disable the arrows, for instance, or the dots and other such options. Now you notice the arrows are gone. We can also customize the autoplay speed or the gallery scroll speed, but I'm quite happy with that. So let's move to team members. Now we don't need all of those, we only need one, so we have a delete all button, so you don't need to delete each item individually. And let's also set our columns to 1, since we only have 1 item to display anyway. We don't really want the title, so as with all blocks, you can simply delete the heading and the title goes away. With that done, I believe we have plenty of content that we can personalize and make this unique. So next we're going to be looking at how to style MiniGO. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you then.